What's everybody? Welcome back to the Artists in Debt podcast. We got some very good friends of mine in the studio today. We got Christian, a.k.a. Oxgen.
Hey, you nailed it.
Nailed it. We got Kennedy Sonier.
Sonye.
Sonier. Son hell yeah.
Son hell yeah.
Good friend of mine.
Hello.
We got
Hello.
boy from Grime Lords representing Frank Nitti. And of course, we also have Alexis in the building. And then, of course, back again, we have the wonderful, my partner in crime, Stephanie Bass, here with us. Yeah. So what is up, guys? How y'all been?
Oh man, it's been a journey.
Nice little
These past 2 years.
to a couple sabbaticals.
Public sabbaticals.
It's been a long journey.
So I guess since I actually met, well, of course I met Kennedy first, but I was introduced to the Grime Lords first at Avant by just hanging out with Kennedy, going on my many adventures with Kennedy. For those that don't know, I have gotten into a lot of random shit with Kennedy throughout the years.
That happens often.
And it was never planned. I just happened to be in town, or he happened to be around. He hit me up. He's like, hey, let's go do this. And we go do a bunch of crazy shit.
I hate planning. I hate planning.
I'm not sure you're physically capable of planning.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so one of these adventures led us to Wavy Wednesday at Avant Garden. And also shout out Wan Poetry because Amir Safi, we had a lot of their poets on here, a lot of episodes. We even had Amir Safi himself on episode 25. For those that don't know, please go check it out. But after the poetry's over, Avant turns into a whole nother animal at night, and it's a lot of fun. And it's really the first time I'd ever hung out at Avant and seen what it can become. Because I've been there, it's been like a nice chill venue. But man, Wavy Wednesday is actually very fun. Way wavy. So how did you guys get to meet?
It's kind of in the same sense.
Yeah,
the same way.
We was at a Space Villains concert or something.
Oh shit, that Space Villains concert.
It was at the House of Blues. I never forget. I just had got out too. It's getting grimy with the shit.
Extra grimy.
Actually, I met you at Avant too through Squad on God. I'm not sure if you know that group.
With Coop.
Yeah.
With Coop, that's what I'm saying.
With Coop Marshall himself. We need to get Coop in here.
Through Coop.
Yeah. And he came up and he was like, "Yo, you would vibe with this guy here, Young Prez," and he walked me up to him. and back then, you looked like Jesus. So I was like, and so I was like, this homie's pretty cool. I heard he was managing some rappers over here, so I met Nitti. And I think that same night we shot your music video, and so it was my first time at Wavy Wednesday, and I got to tell my whole family at Christmas time that I was on a rap music video. So that
You're
was
wearing a pizza shirt.
That was a spark. It's a pizza jacket.
Pizza jacket.
He had a
Pizza
nice little
jacket.
hat too. She was like a little dad.
Yeah, dog. I was stunting.
Yeah, but back to when me and Kennedy met, it was at the House of Blues in the fucking. You was in the back of the art. It was like an art gallery.
Shit.
That shit was so player to me because I just never been to like an event like that.
It was amazing.
Yeah, but
it was truly amazing.
It was cool, man.
It had like a balcony that's like opened up, but not all. Then you can see all the downtown.
Hell yeah! And then
we were all just like smoking weed.
And that's how we linked up.
Yeah,
the weed smoke. And we went to the after party after that.
Yeah,
he was there again, and then this was history, dog.
It was great. Yeah,
you became the mayor that night.
Yeah, bro.
The mayor.
For those that don't know, Kennedy's nickname is the mayor
because he has the people's approval.
Man, he has the people's approval, and I swear this dude Kennedy knows everyone.
For real.
Like it is ridiculous. Like I can't take Kennedy anywhere.
I like everywhere. I like everything.
Never gone a place in Houston and had somebody don't know Ken Daddy.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous. Like we went. What was not the most recent. It's a while back, but when we were skating the trails that one day, Stephanie was there skating with us when we took Cloud, and we were just skating down the road, middle of downtown. It's like 10 o'clock at night. And someone stops us, Kennedy? And I was like, bro, you fucking kidding me? And I turn around, and then he's like, yeah, I really know each other. It was the guy that owns the hot dog stand.
Oh, shit. I think his name's Justin.
Yeah, man, dude was super cool. But, I mean, you
Not
leave
the same Justin.
I mean, it seems like you leave a good impression everywhere you go, though.
That's my main goal, bro.
I mean, whenever we run into someone, they've had a positive experience with you.
Right.
So Nitti, how did you get started with your rapping?
Well, just music, period. Just being around music and just. I don't even know as far as like when I started rapping, but when I started taking it serious, I could tell you like when I came out here,
for sure,
and just doing something different. I was just doing too much, way too much, and I was getting caught up way too much. And I was freestyle, and one of my homies had a studio. He just like, yo, you got something? He's like, I got a studio. You come in here and lay some shit down. And I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. He just did that shit, and he made a whole song. And I seen him like engineer some shit. And I fell in love with like just doing shit, just making shit up, you know. Yeah, that was like 2011.
Oh yeah.
His name was like Mauro Donati. He was like into RX-7s. I learned about the RX-7 shit from him too.
Oh, rad.
Yeah.
Rad. So what are some of your main influences? Because I've noticed, like one of the first things I connected with, I saw you like, you're a big fan of wrestling.
Oh, you already know.
Whenever the first time we all went to go hang out, and over at that spot you were at with Ron C, that spot that we all got.
Yeah, shout out DJ Candlestick.
For real, shout out to the Child Stars, man. They saved my life too a couple times.
They did, man.
OG.
Man, honestly, I took it as an honor to get kicked out of a place by OG.
But I brought you around because I was like, yo, these are the people that's gonna make it.
Yeah,
I got a lot of shit for that.
That was
a lot of shit, but
that was wild.
Yeah, but man, I was actually kind of stoked. Like when we got kicked out, cause I was apologizing, and I went out and I had to call my homie Jacob. Shout out Jacob Lozano. But he, man, I called him and I was like, bro, I was like, OG Ron C just kicked me out of his house, bro. and he was like, what? And I was like, dude, cause the thing was like, I didn't know that was him.
Right.
Like that was like, like you said it was your roommate. I saw him a couple times. I woke him up when I went to go to the bathroom. And I was just like, I thought it was just some dude. Like I was like, oh, sorry, bro. Like, oh, I felt terrible for going in there. Yeah. And then he came in, and I was like, I never saw his like face in the light, and I was just like, oh shit. And he was, and he looked me in the face because I was just like, oh man, how you doing? And he was just like, I know what's going on. I see 5 or 6 motherfuckers need to get out of my house. And I was like,
oh shit.
I was like, oh shit, here it goes. But honestly, man, that was super cool. So like, no hard feelings.
I think we were about to go to Maxo's show. We was going to Maxo.
Yeah.
The No Jumper joint. Mm-hmm. I remember that.
And but yeah, dude, like that experience, it was super cool, bro. but whenever we were hanging there, we're watching. The first couple of times we went, we were watching all like the wrestling videos. I saw you had that wrestling influence. So I can tell, and from all this, the kind of different stuff you wear, that you have this kind of multicultural influence for stuff.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So how does that tie into your rap? Does that make you think kind of differently for how you write, or?
I mean, I feel as far as like the shit I talk about, it just whatever I think is cool. You know what I'm saying? So just whatever whether it be the wrestling or just like old school hip hop or like trap music, I could just put all that shit into my raps and just this is what I visualize pretty much, y'all. That way.
Boom.
Yeah, I can ad-lib it.
That's actually really cool though, man. I really love when you see artists that take from multiple, because that's what you have to do nowadays. I mean, like when there was limited resources, it was easier to pinpoint when someone was like, oh, he's got this style, or he's doing this over here, doing this over here.
You can diversify yourself.
Now like those areas have been conquered. You got to start just throwing stuff in the blender until you make something that tastes good. You know what I mean? Like you gotta just try.
I got some kale and some chicken,
some
and
kale,
some raspberries,
and some trap music, and you blend
some
it
oysters.
up and you have fun.
Got a couple vegan treats in there.
A couple dog treats.
Couple dog treats. Actually, speaking of vegan treats and dog treats, I don't know if y'all know how wonderful of a baker Stephanie is.
Oh, dude, no, I have not had the pleasure of having her pastries.
I'll eat your pastries like anytime. That wasn't just like actually like
that's
seriously.
That's fucking weird. Devin's about to kill you. Devin had that I'm gonna kill you. It's
like, bro, that's my show, bro.
No, actually, because the thing is, I'd heard her pastries are so serious that even if that was a joke, I would think they were being serious about her pastries.
No, seriously.
I know, me too.
I was serious. Yeah.
They're so good. She's actually doing the whole shout out Old Move Deli, one of our sponsors of the podcast. She does the entire vegan dessert menu for.
Are they open right now?
No. We're a daytime spot.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
What's the
That's
daytime?
Ooh, the daytime is 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
What?
It's a quick little lunch spot.
I don't go out there.
Yeah.
We have to plan a Galveston day, bro. And Devlin's gonna.
I'll take you around.
The
Devlin's gonna show us
daytime.
the-
The
Yeah.
Strand still be popping out here?
Huh?
The Strand, is that like was the...
I mean, the Strand's cool for like, like tourists if you want to go to gift shops and get some ice cream or something. Maybe
Are we
some
supposed to
drinks.
go to the island to really enjoy ourselves?
I mean, like the island that y'all want to see really happens at night, and that's what we're gonna go do. We were a little later on. Shout out downtown Galveston if y'all are listening.
Popping.
Yeah, well, it depends on the night. I mean, it is it's a Wednesday night.
No, it's gonna be popping because we'll be there.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we'll just bring the party everywhere. So Christian, how'd you get started making your music with your beats?
Man, it started actually like a long time ago. A lot of my music influence comes from just my school experience. I was in school band percussion from like 6th grade all the way through high school.
Ooh man,
Yeah.
see, I started in 6th grade too with the percussion. I remember we bonded on that.
Yeah.
First time I met Christian, man. You had the were you driving a BMW?
Had the
or-
Benz.
The Benz, that's what it was.
The
The
Benz.
2-door.
Yeah.
At Shanks, the parking garage.
Yeah.
And man, like we were just talking about music and drum
Yeah.
and that's how I got into it too.
Yeah.
I was telling my bandmates the other day, shout out Ominous Necro, we got like I was supposed to play trumpet, and they didn't have any extra trumpets, so it was they had an extra clarinet for me to play, or I could hop in the back, snare drum concert band 6th grade with this guy named Henry. And I was like, oh, sure, I'll play drums, whatever.
Yeah.
And just jumped in, and then I didn't know I'd fall in love with it and still be doing
Yeah.
it to this day.
No,
So-
it's a lot of fun.
So when did the marching band and like the physical percussion, when did that transfer into making like hip hop beats?
Man, I'm not even sure. It just kind of I ran into a lot of really enthusiastic musicians out here in Houston when I moved out here about 2.5 years ago, and after that. It was something I kind of joked about for a little while. I have to shout out to my buddy over at Love Movement. He just kind of started getting into making like more EDM type, like a little bit crazier, like music festival music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of like a laid back, like music you can listen to like while you're driving around, drop top type guy.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I mean, we just kind of bonded over just morals and lifestyles and that sort of thing. And he got me really back into into actually producing because he started producing, and we would hang out and just work with the different softwares and all the hardware and play around with the different stuff and play with microphones, and it's just cool to create, I think, and like be able to create as easily as we can. That's what I've kind of gotten into it for, and hopefully we can make it into something that's a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you guys? So I mean, this might be a no-brainer, but I mean, have you guys collabed on some like beats and done some songs like?
Man, believe it or not, Mr. Nitti over here is, make no bones about it, he's an actual celebrity, very hard to get a hold of. So, and then he has a wonderful lady over here, I'm sure, that takes up, a bit of his time when he's not, getting the paper out there.
We tried one joint though. It was like the zero. He was making like some beat with the 0 0
Yeah. Yeah, for real. You came over for like, you
you
came to you came to my place for like 30 minutes, gave yourself a 3rd-degree burn
the steamer.
with my steamer.
Hey man, steam will burn you, man.
No,
more
I
than
was
you
way
think.
too hot.
Yeah, like those steamers that like you can stand up and like steam your clothes straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes and literally puts this shit straight to his stomach.
The steamer.
Yeah, that shit's like literally like 150 degrees,
my
and he's
God.
just like, yeah, let me just try this. Like, yeah,
Thank God your mom had the nurse ability.
yeah,
to patch me
for
up
real,
good, y'all.
saved his fucking
Oh my
life.
God. It tore the skin and everything.
Yeah, for real.
Don't fuck with
Yeah.
steamer. That's a no-no, kids. Don't play
Do you still have a scar?
Yeah, and it looked like I got like the ASAP Yam burnt birthmark on my stomach.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, so speaking of
Don't play with the steam.
don't
No, Steven.
don't play the steam. That is the PSA for the evening. Speaking of ASAP, man, when you said ASAP, that made me think about, I know South by Southwest was crazy, 2018. I saw you guys go out for this year. How was it this year for y'all, for Grime Lords?
Oh, it was decent. We We actually shut down the library the first night. That shit was dope. The second night was really good too. It was had a lot of people like Flip De Niro. He was in there, so we got to perform for them. That shit was pretty cool because he was like on the come up to leave me alone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that shit was pretty decent.
So that song's up there now. It hit. It was. I mean,
it's kind of. I mean, I ain't heard nothing else from him.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I've been seeing that more and more with I got satellite radio in my car, so like on Hip Hop Nation, they go through a lot of different stuff. But they're playing that song forever. It was number 1 on their countdown. And
when songs like that
never hear it anymore.
Yeah, when songs like that happen, what happened?
Oh, dude, a lot of
they
one
get that little machine to push behind that one song.
Seasons change.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what's funny? I didn't even think about that getting plays from machines until I heard I think J. Cole say that on him with that
Followers,
A Lot song.
All that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gotta watch them people.
Now the fake followers I've seen for a while.
Right.
I mean that's easy to point out. They got 40,000 followers. We click on a picture, it's got like 7 likes on it. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro. Because I mean, there's really nothing, and for any artist listening, that there's really nothing that comes out of that. I mean, because really, we were talking about this on one of the episodes. Really, the fake it till you make it is dead. It's dead or dying.
Right.
I mean, because
it could still be alive. I mean, there's a lot.
It could be alive, but you gotta be crafty with it.
Yeah.
People want to see you
Yeah. Cause
up close. That's why they have the Instagram shit. All
your
phone 24/7. They want to see your life.
Yeah.
When they hear you got a deal, they look at you different.
Yeah.
In the game, you know what I'm saying? They like to see you underground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
Grinding.
Absolutely. Well, especially just with the age of the independent artist. Just with of course SoundCloud, but just the many platforms and ways you can come up in music now and the way people are found. Getting the plays, getting machine plays, I can see that pushing you up because, the more plays you get, the more, because, radio stations and people, all kinds of people, talent searchers, they're looking at that shit, they see that shit and that can push you up. But whenever you do the fake followers and fake stuff like that, it's really, because honestly, if I see an artist doing that's kind of a demerit on their character, right. It's just it's bro, so basically, it's more because they're trying to rush to the top rather than work and perfect their craft and get up there on their own. Yeah, exactly. Because really, what's the point if you're not pushing yourself and making yourself better? You're just trying to use cheat codes to get to the top. There's no point.
Yeah, because I think it's got to be a package deal. You got to be able to hit all aspects of being an artist. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. To be considered an artist.
Well, because that's where the respect comes from. That doesn't really matter how many people know your name because you can be infamous or famous, but it's It's what people say about you more than they just know your name. If you kind of like Kennedy, right. People remember the fun experiences that they have with Kennedy. You know what I mean? They're just oh, the fucking mayor, bro, you did that shit. I don't know what you're doing. It's oh, bro, man, you fucking ate that ice cream off the ground, bro. I don't know.
That's a little wild for me.
I don't know, bro.
That's a little wild for me.
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying, if you tell me you didn't do it, I believe you. But if you told me you did do it, I'd be like, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe you, bro. Spirit, man.
Sounds about right.
The key to my happiness right now is just living life to the fullest.
Absolutely.
Just, taking advantage of everything.
Full throttle, baby.
Just full send, bro.
Full send all the time.
Beg for forgiveness later.
While being safe.
I mean, and morally correct as well.
There you go. There you go.
Definitely.
That's one of
having
my
fun without hurting
big
anybody.
Too.
Can't be running around hurting people.
Yeah.
I feel that. So what kind of projects for the artists do y'all have coming up right now? Are you working on anything big?
Man, I'm working on a project actually with a local artist called Marley Moon. She's pretty cool. I sent her over some stuff, and she's probably going to be working on some vocals on a couple tracks for me.
Sweet.
Which is pretty exciting. And then also King Kyle, he's another local artist coming up pretty recently. I've actually done a couple tracks that I've released with him that are out on SoundCloud that are really cool. Villainite, and another one's called Colgate. and I think he was on a track called Dance Floor as well. And those were all like really good, bases for him. And I got him coming over to record some more tomorrow.
Awesome.
So I mean, not really just like projects necessarily, but definitely like being pretty active and just trying to collaborate. Personally, I think like when you're producing, I think it's a lot more fun to work with more people. Just because like people have their own ideas that are pretty cool, that are like different from your own. So
Yeah.
I'm always open to outside opinion, especially from some like musical creative people.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that the community is huge. And actually, the episode we recorded last night, are part of our Coast to Soul poetry, reoccurring episodes we have. We have a poetry night at Proletariat Gallery, first and third Tuesdays of every month.
Right.
And the guest we had on, Jennifer Nicole. For those who haven't seen that episode, it's the episode right before this one. Go back and check it out. But a big thing we talked about in that episode was community, and having that community of artists to bounce your ideas off of, and also gain inspiration from, and hopefully inspire them in the process.
Yeah, I mean, I just like working with a whole bunch of different people because, like, just in the studio, like, they're like, hey, can we do this? And, like, you ask yourself, you're like, can we do that? And then, like, it's something that maybe somebody else hasn't asked you to do before, and it kind of stretches you outside your comfort zone, which is always pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I never was a big fan of, like, sending people verses. I like to go to the studio and, like, let it be organic,
Exactly.
like, when you record. Just because you bounce ideas, you're always going to, that's lame. You could rewrite. You could do better. Just stuff like that instead of just sending someone where,
Exactly.
it's kind of like instant noodles. When it's like that.
Yeah.
I'd rather make a real gourmet.
Absolutely. Like, you don't want something that's just like, oh, here it is, made in the box. Here it is. Let's just make it real quick. It's like, you know what? Let's start from scratch. Let's get some raw ingredients and let's do it. And I know Stephanie can appreciate that. Absolutely.
Some home cooked meals.
Well, I'm sure you
Yeah.
can. You've
Oh.
made a lot of things from scratch.
Aren't you like a chef?
Huh?
Weren't you like chefing at one point and shit?
Well, I mean, I've worked in a couple kitchens. I mean, I love just cooking at home.
Right.
Chefing, like, that's something we both really enjoyed. But because I'm all for, especially with my art form with the faces, I'm all for doing like the freestyle, having it out. I'm gonna make it right here. I'm down for a general outline, but not a plan.
No plans.
I'm just gonna kind of go for it, and because that's how you get the realest art out of me. Because I grew up, like, I had a friend of mine in 4th grade named Trey. This dude, we were in 4th grade. He could draw like Dragon Ball Z and shit perfectly. 4th grader, draw it perfectly. I even knew that we were young and he could do that, and it was crazy. And all I could do was draw my monsters and stuff, and I was always jealous because I was like, man, I want to draw that stuff. I want to draw this. And he used to tell me, like, we used to have some real talks as, like, kids. I don't know if y'all remember any real talks y'all had as kids, but, like, I see 4th graders now, and I'm just like, are these kids having the same real-ass talks that I end up having sometimes? Because, but he told me, he was like, yeah, he's like, I can draw other people's stuff, but I can't draw my own things. And I like that you can draw your own things. And to me, that just didn't stick at the time, so I was like, man, I want to draw Dragon Ball Z. Like, what are you talking about? This is dope. And then it was my dad, shout out Visker Mahaney. He was, he's been my inspiration for everything. He draws monsters. I mean, we draw similar, but not the same. But he was just like, that's what you want. You want to have your own thing that you could do. Like being able to copy and being able to copy people and ride different waves of things is one thing. But being able to, make your own motion in the water to generate your own waves is a whole nother thing. And that's where the real power and the real, like, kind of beauty of being an artist is, and that's what I look for. Like going back to the Hip Hop Nation radio station, man. I hear, and I'm not really one to say hip hop songs sound the same. Like, I understand artists and I know where they're coming from, but a lot of these motherfuckers sound the same.
Yeah, you sound like Young Thug or something. And,
No, you're right.
like all of them, man. Like
variations of them.
Like, and they'll all come on, and I thought a couple years ago there was a shit ton of Lils, but there's Lils bleeding out of the walls, man. You got little TJ and little Baby and
little house phone.
Yeah, little house phone,
little bathtub.
Yeah, little bathtub, little Peep, and like R.I.P. Little Peep.
No, but I'm glad we're talking about this because that was one of my main goals when I like got out there and started like producing different tracks. I was like, if it sounds like something that I like heard before, like I don't want to release it,
Yeah, man, because I mean, like what, like why? I mean, because I get, if you want to pay homage and you want to do something that sounds a little similar because you're paying respects, or maybe you're kind of like having fun with it.
Yeah.
Cool. Every now and then. But if you're coming out making the same stuff,
No, there's so many styles that are just played out.
there's so many styles that are played, and it's not sustainable. You
No.
know, a lot of these artists want to grow and they're liking living in the moment, getting all this money, but it's like, bro, if you don't keep growing and keep expanding, it's gonna drain.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have any, you don't have any good assets, or you're not invested in anything
So
except.
like J. Cole said something like that along
Yeah.
the lines. Is it middle child? I think. Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, because it's real, man, and actually seeing 21 Savage talk about it's crazy, bro. 21 Savage started making videos telling people how to save money and invest their money. That's something he's investing in, is an education of taking care of your money. Because I didn't know 21 Savage was like from the UK. I didn't know that until that immigration shit started happening. I was like, what? I was like, bro, I thought you were like from Atlanta or some shit. Like I didn't know. But what I thought was cool was like, because when he came out, we all saw when 21 Savage came out, he was doing all kinds of shit, but then like it's been cool watching his process, because I didn't know he would mature into the rapper he is now, because he's actually really responsible. It's very impressive. Like, he always talks about saving his money, investing it. He's like I talk about my money and my chains and stuff, but like, I know when to turn it off, and I know when it's time to be respectful, and when he talks down interviews, bro, like, he's super respectful. Like, he's real cordial, and like he's like real serious, because he knows what he came into, and he understands the situation and the power he has, and he's using it responsibly, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, he's a really rad dude.
Yeah, like it's super cool. And also, good inspiration for anyone never to give up, man, is Post Malone. I don't know if y'all seen his old videos from when he was 15, but it's so funny, bro.
YouTube and shit.
Yeah, he's got those old things where it's like, "You lie." He's like singing, and it's like 80s style, and he's got these super short cut off jean shorts on that are like way up his thighs.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious. But the thing is, bro, is you just gotta never give up, but always understand and appreciate the situation you're in. Like, everybody wants to succeed and go higher, but one thing you have for certain is right now. And I think it's really cool to see when artists appreciate that and live more in the moment and are more about self-betterment rather than just trying to get to some quick money, where they can, And I really appreciate that, and that's what from artist to artist, that's what I like to give respect to, right there. And that's a real easy way to earn it. What are some things that you guys notice in artists that maybe they need to work on, or maybe that something in these communities need to be pushed?
I mean, I feel like I can't like talk shit because like we are artists,
Yeah.
Like I could say there's like a whole bunch of things that like artists do that are like terrible, but like at the end of the day, it's just like I'm sure there's some shit that I do that another artist will be like, that's garbage.
More open, just as far as like, don't think of like thinking outside the box, but not even think about a box. That's what I be thinking about. Like, just a whole camp, just like whatever.
Yeah.
Try something no one else has tried,
Yeah.
So I really can't say like the music wise. Just try not to do like the last person do. Just try to do something different.
I guess you shouldn't like when you hear that somebody creates something, go up and be like, try to like immediately put it in a box so that you can understand it. I feel like it's probably better to like actually ask them what they're working on. They're like asked to see it versus be like, oh, like what is it, and try to like immediately pass it off and understand it.
Yeah,
that's definitely like a cultural problem actually when you think about it. Like if you tell somebody like you're a phlebotomist. Like 7 out of 10 people have no idea what the fuck a phlebotomist is, but they're still like, oh, cool, like good. They have no idea what you do, but they think it's cool to just like pass it off. So I mean that's probably something that happens a lot in music too. You're just like they just want to know what genre you make so they can kind of move on to the next subject.
Deep connections are dead.
Deep connections are dead?
Deep connections are dead with random people and like anything.
I see what you're saying.
I wouldn't say dead. They're just very sparse.
Very sparse and rare. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, because what's crazy is in
Nobody
this.
wants to connect, I think.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, man. Because people are thinking more about themselves rather than communities or really just or really respecting where their help came from and where they got help with things, and rather because if you want some, you got to give some, even more in some cases. You know what I mean? And really, I think a big thing that comes to these artists is they have this kind of strange sense of entitlement, that like they want You know, because of course, like, you know, my cousin, shout out Beacon. I don't know. You
Shout
ever
out
be
Beacon, that's my guy.
yeah, shout out Beacon.
I was about to roast him today.
He made a really cool point to me one time, and we were in a bar on 6th Street, and we were standing there, and it was just us, and we just randomly decided to go 6th Street when we lived together in Austin. And he's looking at, and he pointed in the room. He's like, man, you see this room of people, bro? And I was like, yeah. What about it? And he's just like. He's like, everyone in here thinks that they're that one motherfucker that's going to change the world. Maybe that's, maybe it's a little extreme, but I was thinking about that, and I was like, yeah.
too.
I mean, everybody wants to think, like they're the one
Right.
at some point, you know what I mean? Because you're you, it's like, of course I'm the one, I'm me. I know how good I am, I can do this.
I've always been me.
yeah, exactly. And well, the thing is since a lot of people have that, they kind of see other people as just stepping stones, especially with the way the media is, what's showing fame and money and all this stuff that people want, nowadays, because especially with this next generation of kids, like the generation right under ours. I mean, we grew up with it, but they grew up with it hard, like really hard.
Yeah.
So they this is what they see and this is what they think, like
Everything is.
that's exactly, like a full like posh life is. They're like, bro, like they just get fucked up and party every day. That's awesome, man. And they make thousands of dollars this way. Do you think that's all they're doing? Like there's a lot of sacrifice that comes into their lives. A lot of people don't know, and it tears them down and breaks them down. I don't know if y'all I don't follow Big Sean at all, but I don't know
He's
if
going through it right now.
bro, he's super going through it right now. He
had a bad breakup.
He had a bad breakup, and he developed like this really severe anxiety, and he couldn't really do shows. And then he saw some shows were getting attacked. Like his ex Ariana Grande, her show got bombed, and he was seeing things like that, and it was starting to really freak him out. He didn't want to do anything. But it was starting, because that's understandable. But usually stuff like that kind of fades off from artists. They're like, all right, well, that happened a while. I feel okay doing to do this. But with him, it stuck with him because it was taking him deeper and deeper and deeper. And then he started to question himself as an artist. And my thing is, even though that can be kind of detrimental, I think that's actually a really cool place and I've talked about this multiple times on the show, like a real cool place of chaos and pressure where a lot of diamonds can get made. If it's churned correctly.
Yeah.
Because especially reaching the point of fame he did, and you essentially have it all at one point. A lot of people that make a lot of money and get up there get to this part where they're like, well, what else? Is my life complete? What else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things like that I want to see, and I wish a lot of these artists knew, especially the ones that are fortunate enough to just make one song and it blows up and they make thousands of dollars and they're the richest one out of their neighborhood that there's ever been, or they get these incredible opportunities and they don't know how to handle them because no one's really shown them.
They've never done it before.
Exactly. I've never done it before, and all they've seen is, the lavish lifestyle. And of course, if you're coming from nothing, it's amazing. Of course you want that, But just, getting back to it, like if it is your art that blew up and your art is sustaining you, you need to feed and train that art to keep sustaining you. Because if you're not taking care of it, it's not.
Who else gonna do it?
Yeah, who else is gonna do it? Nobody else is gonna do it.
The art's not creating itself.
No.
That's why I need to get back on the mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big face.
Yeah.
You got something coming, bro. Don't play.
I mean, I do. It's just
You got
that
something in the works, right?
I do got something in the works, man. It's just as far as I don't want to put it out there because, like, I'm trying to get my shit.
Can you do a
straight.
freestyle right
It's
now?
marinated.
Yeah.
I could, but you gonna get a beat?
Yeah.
You put one of his beats on, I'll freestyle.
Or Christian.
I just can't like just check y'all out.
Bust
man.
out a beat, bro.
No, dude, we'll beatbox this.
Yeah.
Right
Bust
now.
out a beat.
I can't beat.
Oh, you want to beatbox?
I can beatbox. You just have to rap, bro.
Beatbox.
That's all
Okay,
you gotta
you
do.
gotta start it off, man.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna do that on your podcast because I
Nah, why can't we let the percussionists do this?
because it's,
Me? Nah.
I feel like he doesn't. If you don't trust me, it's okay.
I trust both of these guys
I
way
won't take
more.
it. I won't take it
I mean, I can
personally.
just start it off like.
Oh, there you go, Ken.
Is that a good?
oh
is that-
shit!
is that
I should do like a beatbox contest. That'd be better.
Are you trying to divert it from me right
Yeah,
now?
right, so you know the
Come on, bro.
technique.
It's
Come
all
on,
good.
bro.
It's all
Nah,
good.
man.
Nitty,
All right,
Nitty's not
no
trying to rap on the
freestyle.
podcast
No
today.
freestyles.
Coming soon, man. Just check it out, man.
You know what we
You
can
can
do
freestyle
though.
on site, Nitty. Come on. I know you can do it.
Yeah, I can.
Drop the
Man, I
YouTube
felt that
episode.
tension
Right
build.
now,
Yeah.
And then like
You ain't
drop
the
back
man,
off.
man.
Hey, you know what we can do though? We could play a snippet of a song y'all got. That song with Kennedy in the video. It's like starts off in a dark parking
Kenny's
lot.
in all damn near.
He's in all the videos.
Yeah, I try to make sure he stays like. with
He's
the
like
backwood.
he's like the white kid in Odd Future.
No,
Lord. Yeah, he's in.
man, dude's
I try to keep everybody in the videos and shit just because it's what we do.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
I don't try to fake none of that shit.
Absolutely. I mean, I definitely have to say, since the first time I met y'all, man, just y'all's. I mean, of course, the community at Avant on Wednesdays, of course, but y'all's little family, like specifically,
It's a big family.
was
too.
very. I know, but it was so inviting, man. Like just. I remember when Kennedy brought me in, and just everybody, like I felt like I knew y'all.
Yeah.
Like a
Mars
family
was
reunion.
there.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
felt
Mars,
like I
Mars.
was like,
There's
man, there
dudes.
was like hugs and like slaps, and I was like, oh, what is going on? I've never done this before. I was like, wow, I feel so accepted. Man. This is awesome, you know, because I'd never been to that. Well, I'd been to that venue when I was a kid when it was called something else.
No shit.
But yeah, my dad used to go there, and his friends that did like fire spinning and stuff.
And cocaine.
And lots of cocaine. I wonder how many pounds of drugs have been consumed.
I'm
in
about
that
to
building.
say, ain't nothing
There's
changed.
no-
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I used to go there as a kid, man, and run around, and I didn't even know. Like, I thought it looked familiar when we went, but when my dad confirmed that, I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's really fucking cool. Because the one thing I remembered about that building are those tiny little doors by the bar downstairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I remembered of the whole place.
Oh, that's true. Those are pretty iconic doors right there. Like,
Yeah.
just a pain enough to like get through, but like still kind of charming when you get through them. You're
Mhm.
like, wow, I made it.
Until they smack you in the face, bro. I've been decked by those doors a couple times.
You know, just
Oh, that's loud too. Man, I feel bad, but
You're moving too fast.
yeah, bro.
Gotta slow down.
Man, what was the name of that song I'm thinking of? It's on YouTube.
wait, I think
Our song?
like wave race.
Yeah, go ahead to search Frank Nitti 730 NITTI.
You are the mayor. You know everybody.
Did you change it?
Wait, what was the number?
730.
Even space it out. That should pop up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let me go on the first search.
I think it's
Kennedy's like in almost all the videos.
I think it's the guessing game.
Kennedy's in that. Yes.
Yeah, that
When we
one.
used to did that one. With your boy.
hit me on the first search.
With the what's with the British dude.
Oh yeah. This song.
He was racing the rally cars.
Man.
Yo, that's your man. You looking at me? I don't know his name.
Racing the rally cars.
You gonna see him?
Oh, Noah.
No, that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's at Avant too.
Yes. Yeah, I try to keep everything just like that. What's the Love Buzz?
Yeah,
Had the
Love
good
Buzz.
pizza for is it a drink, a free slice?
Yeah, cheese pizza.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty dang.
Hell yeah, man.
This goes hard.
Yeah, dude.
I appreciate the love, dog.
Man.
Wow.
Oh, so man, so what is this? So what's the story on the partner you got?
Oh, that's my cousin. He's my favorite rapper too. He actually got me to believe that I could rap, like for real.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
take it seriously.
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do
Man,
Smalley.
about to say that's reminding me of some like Pimp C and Bun B shit, man. I do. They're like, I mean, of course they're great musicians, but what got me about them was just they're just absolute love for each other. Like they're like he's my favorite rapper and like I'm his favorite rapper. Like
Right.
and they went with that. And just their ability to create things was amazing, and that's really cool when you get something supporting you like that.
Yeah, man. He's actually he's like an idol, but like that's the reason why I can't drop anything because we supposed to work on the new project as soon as he touched down. And that's actually Candlestick mixed that Method Through Madness. It's on iTunes and Spotify and shit like that.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. So how did you end up get mixed in with the Chop Stars and all them?
Man, Spico.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Spico.
Yeah,
man.
he was supposed to be here too.
Spicoli. Shout out Spicoli.
That's my brother.
Man, that is one of the happiest dudes I think I've ever met in my life.
Man, it was just crazy. Actually, I was supposed to go back to El Paso because it was around. I just had got out.
Is that where you're originally from? You're from El Paso? Or?
No, Detroit, but like that's where my family's at now, like
Okay.
my mom's side and shit.
Okay.
But yeah, I was about to head out there. I was supposed to stay with him like for 2 weeks just till I got my little last check or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, you can just stay here. We ended up, and he plugged me in. He heard my music, and he let OG, Ron C, hear it, and he called me back over there, and then asked what type of music I was making, and any project, same shit that you was doing and shit, and from there it was just magic shit. They just blessed me in, and I did the camera work for them when they needed it. And I just never really just wanted to try. I just wanted just like the respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did that shit on the come up because he was hungry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Man, that's super cool. And man, back to the family and the community, just that inviting attitude, man. I love that. And it was really cool because, so I ended up meeting Chop Star Chino, DJ Baby Chino.
Yeah.
For those who know Baby Chino, shout out Baby Chino, by
Shout
the
out
way.
Baby Chino.
Man, what's cool about Baby Chino, man, is this dude is just like a famous child DJ, man.
He's about this high.
Bro.
To a horsefly.
Dude, man, and they got a new studio set up. I actually got some art showing over there.
Oh, word?
Yeah, his pops. They got the Sons of Texas Art Gallery. And then they got the studio in the back. I got some art showing there right now. If y'all are in Austin, Texas, look up the Sons of Texas Art Gallery.
Man, I actually know about Baby Chino when he first got signed to the Chop Stars, but him and Spico got a tape, like their only tape together.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, some SoundCloud's called Cloud Surfing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they killed that shit.
Dude, it's super rad because whenever I first met Chino, it was, it's because my friend Jacob was a friend of his, but they came up and, we were just talking, I was showing art, and he was like, he was looking at Instagram. It was when Spicoli, I was wearing the same shirt, actually. We were at Avant, and we took that picture where me and Spicoli all crouched down. And he said he was scrolling through Instagram, and he was looking at it. He looked up at me, and he was just like, Spicoli, bro? And I was like, and I was like, yeah. I'm just sitting at Jacob's like, what the hell? Like, because he was a quiet kid. He didn't say anything. I didn't know he was just this, like, badass DJ. He was real quiet. He had his, like, South by Southwest badge on. And I was like, yeah, bro. And then we just started talking back and forth, and we're talking about Grime Lords and talking about Kennedy and talking about, like all kinds of shit. And I was like, wow, man. Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's also why I can understand why a lot of people go around talking shit, because I'm like, bro, this world is small. I don't care where you think you're at. Like, especially nowadays with the internet, man, I can hit up some dude in Shanghai right now.
No, for real. I have a buddy in Russia that, we just text.
Oh, yeah. Easy. like my homie Brandon Walker, shout out Brandon Walker, episode 10 and episode 3, I want to say. Moonwalker Collage, his wife is out in Greece. I think they're planning to be married. But yeah, and she's been getting me some plays in Greece, making it an international podcast, technically. But see, that's what I'm saying, like, and what's cool about that, and like taking stickers around, slapping them over there for me. Yeah, man, I got stickers worldwide now, and I'm stoked. But that's where that's another where the community comes in, man. And that's where nowadays people need to stop trying to. I mean, if someone comes at you with some bullshit, defend yourself. But at the same time, don't run around starting shit, or like we're saying, how people trying to come up, doing anything to come up, they'll come up talking shit and trying to talk shit to people, and just being that guy, kind of trying to come up infamous.
Right.
And it's like, that's cool, man, but you can only ride that wave for so long, because someone's gonna knock you on your ass, or people are just gonna not look at you because they think you're an idiot.
We all know Dua Lipa, right?
Yeah.
And do we all know Paul Jason Klein?
No.
The lead singer of LANY.
Mm-mm.
Well, anyways, the way that worked out, kind of on this subject, is he, I Love You So Bad. Have you ever heard that song?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, his band did that song. Kind of blew up, and he was popular for a hot minute, a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
So she made scandal by dating him for a week and breaking up with him, after they'd been like seen together at like a couple music festivals and shit, and and that was like her major like claim to fame and like how she came up.
Like Robin Givens.
Yeah, for real.
Came up off a breakup.
And so after that, like I remember the first time I heard her song with like Calvin Harris, and like I was like, oh, good song. And then I like in the back of my throat, I was like, huh, good song. You know, I'm just kind of sitting there like, okay.
Trying to be, I mean, because like, yes, in the end, did it work? Does it work? Yeah. But it's like, man, that shit will catch up with you.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna be known for.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, because like
She's got G-Eazy now. So.
Unforgettable. I'll never forget that.
Just bounce around.
G-Eazy ain't gonna. All right.
Man,
does that kind of talking shit as an artist coming up on another artist?
Yeah, right. Hey, but
I think I might be wrong on that.
Well, I mean, I was about to say though, like that thing though, like that deserves a little bit of talk, you know, because you have to use that as an example.
1,000%.
Yeah, because one thing about artists for sure, especially for the art you create, you know, you gotta be responsible for that. You gotta hold on to that because like what you're gonna put out there is you. You're projecting yourself. Like what you're gonna do is what you do.
Yeah, I project
so you gotta
myself
figure it out. Yeah.
Wherever I go.
Yeah, no, you should. If you want people to know who you are and hear your product, man, you gotta let them know. You know, it's funny. One of the first places, tying this back to wrestling, one of the first places where I learned that whatever you put out there is how you put yourself. And what you do is from the wrestling gimmicks. You know, the gimmicks where they play the characters. Yeah. If they fuck up a gimmick,
they can fuck up their whole career.
Fuck up your career, bro.
But that's why I feel like wrestling and rap is kind of hand in hand because you have to be good on the mic.
Yeah, you have to be good on the mic.
A good little, you know, gimmick, whatever, just like who portrays like what message you're trying to give out to your crowd.
But not only the words, you got to put on the show too. Facts. You got to have the moves. I mean, if you're gonna talk, you need to have an equal amount of walk for that talking you're doing.
But some gimmicks just make it just because it's just right now, but it'll fade away. That's why gimmicks really never really just stand the test of time. You know what I'm saying? You got to have like some real creative craft behind. Like
absolutely, you know, like that's why. Man, I don't know if anybody doesn't listen to Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast, please go listen to it. It is so good. But he talked about his beer drinking gimmick because you know he was about to quit. Yeah. And he just hated McMahon so much, and he started this gimmick just talking shit about McMahon, but it worked, and the crowd loved it, and people were buying into it super heavy. So he just kept doing it, and then Vince eventually was on board, and just started playing the villain. And now to this day, anytime you hear that glass break, you know, everyone loses their shit. He comes out walking all crazy because his knees are fucked up, but you know he's about to come out and talk some shit. You know. But that was always you know the old WWF Rock was my shit.
Yeah, he was real good on the mic.
Oh, dude, he's so funny.
Clever off the tops, 100 catchphrases.
Yeah, bro, he was just like $600-$700. It doesn't even matter. He's throwing money in. He's like, what's your name? Oh, it doesn't matter what your name is. Just put. Oh, dude, he was just a character.
But look at him now, though. See what I'm saying? Like he had a gimmick and know how to. Because to me, his gimmick was just like a black Elvis.
Yeah, essentially his moves.
Heartbreak Hotel.
Oh,
you know,
bro,
the way he kicked you was like, you know how Elvis would probably kick you.
Bro, the fucking people's elbow.
The people's elbow.
The dude's laying around. He's
the millions.
He's throwing his elbow pads in the crowd and shit. He drops it. No, he doesn't even hit the guy when he hits the elbow. but it's the theatrics. My favorite theatric was Scotty Too Hotty's The Worm. Yeah. That used to get me hyped. That would get me off the couch.
The whole little.
He's like,
the dancing thing that they did at the end.
Yeah, the power up. Oh yeah, man, I almost said 2 Live Crew.
Too cool.
It was too cool.
Rikishi.
Yeah, they do they put the shades on and they get out there and oh man.
But see, that shit never lasted though. It was just like a nice little period of time, and then that was a wrap on this shit.
Exactly. But you know, The Rock is a good example though for when we were talking about how artists need to grow and they need to expand and they need to evolve. The Rock had to do that. He rode that wrestling wave for so long, and then it got to the point where he was like, all right, I kind of want to do some other shit, you know, especially, you know, the way the company was going. I mean, we see where the company is now, and it's really weird, especially because they went PG, you know, so it's super weird. But, you know, but he was just like, all right, started doing movies, tapping into that. I thought it was weird at first, you know, as a fan. I was like, man, he's doing movies and shit, he's selling out. But I was like, oh, the movies are actually pretty good. Yeah. So, I mean, they're actors. I mean, you might as well. And, you know, but he just started getting into business, started getting ventures, started doing all kinds of stuff. And now he's got his own TV show. He's got movies. Bro, he's got, and he's got
motivational speaker on Instagram.
Yeah, no, and crazy motivational speaker, man.
He's got his own tequila brand, too.
Yeah. Getting into the alcohol brand.
Tequila.
I know, dude, McGregor's got a whiskey, man. He's going to be banking off that for a while. He said he retired. I don't think he did.
No,
it's a strong,
people
it's just a stronger
never
Jameson.
retire the first time.
No.
You got to retire. Or he retire.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
That way.
That's it right there.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
No, well, that's it's like the encore, right? So the thing with concerts is, and I love seeing this when you go to concerts. Whenever they play the last song and they say goodbye, everybody starts leaving. It's like, bro, them house lights didn't come on yet. I don't know where the fuck y'all are going.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's not over till the house lights come on.
Fact.
That's how I see how loyal fans are when I'm working at a concert venue.
Oh yeah, like they just start leaving. I mean, I get it if you want to leave early to get to the parking, but a lot of people are just like, oh, it was a great show, and turn around and leave, and then they're out in the parking lot and they hear the speakers going again. And they're like, oh fuck, you know, because that's something my dad taught me when I was a kid. He was just like, it's never over till the house lights come on, and you can take that rule universally right there. You take that anywhere you go, because like it's not over till it's over.
It's kind of like how the Marvel at
Yeah.
the end of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
After they gotta wait till the credits go off, then they might just still have some.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's crazy. So the newest Avengers, they didn't have anything at the end.
We stayed all the way to the end,
Yeah.
and the house lights was on.
Yeah,
So
but what they did though, so they transferred it into the
heard the Iron Man thing in the back.
Yeah,
while the credits was rolling. Though,
Mhm.
so it kind of was there.
Well, they did. So they transferred it to. They transferred it to like the new one, the Spider-Man, Tom Holland. He's gonna take over all that. So they took that over there. But what's really cool about, I mean, just like carrying on that legacy, but also you can tie this into your art too, you know. And there's nothing wrong with taking breaks. Like, it's never over until it's over. So I mean, even if I've had moments before I took it seriously where I was like, all right, I'm gonna quit. I'm not even gonna do art. I'm gonna go into business and I'm not gonna do this. But something was always calling me back, and it's never over till it's over. And like you were saying, you got some music, you're working on, haven't done anything for a little bit, it's fine. Right. Because you're out there working on you and working on yourself, and you want your art to be good. You want to be nice.
I want to be all the way tuned into it, because I don't want to do it half-assed.
Yeah, absolutely not. You want to make sure, especially because it's something you love and believe in. You don't just want to throw it out there just to get, because some musicians, they're just making whatever. They're like, any attention's good attention. Me, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna throw it all out there. But it's like, man, you don't want to water down your resume either. So, especially if you're like trying to come up and being taken seriously as an artist.
Right.
I mean, you're gonna get, I don't know, like, I enjoy Ugly God's music, but you're gonna get Ugly God. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, come up, ride the wave for a little bit, then everybody's just like, all right, we're kind of tired of hearing about booties. And the industry isn't.
I mean, speak for yourself. I never get tired of hearing about booties.
Yeah, well, in a different context.
Yeah. Booty meat.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I mean, I'm cool with that.
just in the delivery.
Yeah, it's like kind of like people believe their own bullshit. Like, I used to be kind of like doing that shit. I'm like, that shit get tiring after a while. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, you gotta know when to just take a break and just be like, all right, let me just get my shit straight. And then when I come out, they're gonna respect me more. They're gonna respect the game more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, especially too, if it gets a lot of views, cool. But if you want to prolong the most you can out of the songs you have, especially when you're coming up, like, there's really no rush to just make a whole bunch of shit,
Just make quality stuff, right?
Yeah, just make quality stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I made a lot of episodes of this thing in a short amount of time. But the cool thing about a podcast, you can make unlimited episodes, and like, I wanted to develop, and this is really the best way to practice.
Right.
It's just creating, and really, this is my hobby. So I just post my practice. So all these episodes are my practice. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And
please don't talk about food.
We'll get some food when we're done. But like, I never want to, like, for my art though, I really only post the real pieces I believe in. I mean, I'll doodle and do stuff all day, but I really like posting the art that I like. Especially if I hate the process. I mean, Stephanie knows. I mean, I've taken some commissions that I just hate doing, like Disney shoes, loathing it, talking shit about it the whole time, doing it twice because
Right.
you know, the client didn't get the shoe size right, and I got to do it twice. You know, and I mean, never again, bro. Like, if you want some Devlin shoes, you get some Devlin shoes, and that's it.
It's like exclusive.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I mean, you want some custom? If you're coming to me for my art, that's what you're gonna get.
She talking about fuck me?
Yeah.
No, fuck that bitch.
You know, so
I think I want some more shoes. I want another pair.
you should. You should.
I gotta get her some
Just
too.
your car.
It's like
Yeah, she got a
step-
couple of white pair of Vans
Absolutely.
probably coming
Step
through.
one.
Hey, and repeat customers, man, I give you a discount, bro. So
Step one.
Everybody
Open your
knows.
wallet.
hey, man, you don't have to open your wallet. I got PayPal, Venmo,
Ooh.
Cash App, Zelle.
Unlock your phone.
Got everything.
Send me the money.
So I guess kind of in a closing, so we could go hit this gorgeous downtown Galveston. So this is something I asked everybody on the show. It's because, you know, if I don't know if y'all read the culture value page. I got that. That's what basically the idea of the podcast right there.
Okay.
Basically, since I kind of struggle with some inspiration sometimes, the biggest thing I like to ask all the artists is, you know, just taking into account all your own struggles you've had with your craft. What could you tell someone that's maybe trying to come up, or maybe they're feeling kind of down on their art, or maybe they're not feeling motivated? What could you tell them to maybe give them a little push, or maybe like say it's like, you know what, keep going on?
Man, I know for me personally, I can't create if I haven't been like just like enjoying life and like living life. Like, I hate making like sad music or like sad video or like sad photography, you know, any of those things. So I mean, just like get out and live some life. Like, find some people that you enjoy being around and that like actually appreciate you. And then, like, when you go back to, like, doing what you actually enjoy doing with your art, like, it'll be that much easier for you to, like, actually put out the vibe you need. Because, like, energy's real. Like, no matter what you believe in, you know, energy's real. Like, it's, you know, right there. Like, it's inside us.
Power in these microphones.
Yeah, like, there's energy everywhere. Like, temperature's energy. Like, screw it. Like, everything has a temperature, has energy. Like, screw you, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so
Absolutely.
I mean, like whatever you work on or like whatever you're creating, just make sure you have the right energy behind it and like just
Mean it, motherfucker.
yeah, for real. Just like surround yourself in that pool of what you need to be surrounded in, and it'll make your craft that much better. I feel like.
Absolutely. I'm totally behind that. Well, man, guys, you have any shameless plugs, any shout outs, any plays? Where can we find y'all at to check some of the music, check some of the music videos? Even that music video we were playing, we played a little snippet of it a little bit ago. Where can we find you at, Christian?
I go by Oxgen on Instagram. There's 2 underscores before and after Oxgen, which is spelled Oxgen. It's a little bit wacky. Sorry.
Okay.
And it's probably the best way to stalk me up. Got all the information on there.
Sweet.
So we're
Awesome.
out there.
And is that the same handle for SoundCloud for any of those beats? Or?
Yeah. It's soundcloud.com/Oxgen, spelled the same way as before. Oxgen Music.
Oxgen?
Yeah.
Okay. So spelled Oxgen, but it's okay. I like that.
Yeah, Oxgen Music. And so
Very
that's
nice.
what we're up there on. Hopefully we'll be on Spotify and all that stuff soon. So
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, you check your boy out, man. We on Grime Lord. You can search that on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud. You know, you'll find us. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And that song where we were playing specifically.
It's guessing game.
I'm not cool like Nitti yet.
Yeah. Just check out. Also sponsored by the Neighbors Dogs. Yeah, you can find that at Frank Nitti 730. It's a guessing game song we play for Grime World Order. Go check them out on YouTube.
Word.
Also get at Kennedy at Young Prez.
So
Young Prez. What is it?
YVNG.
YVNG.
Double underscore.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
See, I guess I don't have to apologize. That was a lot more complicated. We're cool.
Oh yeah, and also whenever I put the description, I'll put all you guys' descriptions down there and links and where people can find stuff. So.
See, D-Man has us covered.
Oh yeah.
We didn't even need to say anything.
Oh yeah, yes you did.
We were just like voice advertisements. That was beautiful.
All right, you guys. Well, I appreciate y'all coming down. I look forward to some fun we're gonna have tonight, hanging out.
Thanks for having us on. It's been a great time.
Man.
Yeah,
it's always
absolutely. Anytime, we'll definitely be doing this again. Don't y'all worry.
What a
for
blessing.
Sure.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Artists in Debt Podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, click that little bell in the top corner. If you got Apple Podcasts, get those notifications turned on so you know whenever new episodes of this show comes out.
Turn them on.
Give us a positive review, maybe some constructive criticism. Argue with us in the comments.
Hit that like.
I'm down for all of that.
Come on, roast me.
Yeah, roast Kennedy specifically.
Yeah.
I will send a sticker pack to the first person that successfully roasts Kennedy.
We will stage a balloon attack outside his door if y'all all hit subscribe.
You know what? Since
and like.
you just said that, I'm going to be prepared for you.
All right, you guys, from Galveston, Texas, we are out.
I'm dolphining.
You've been listening to the Artists in Depth Podcast, motivating creative minds through artistic exploration. If you like what you're hearing, please be sure to give us a rating or a positive review. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, you can email us at vonpatrickarts@gmail.com. That is VONPATRICK@gmail.com. Thank you very much, and we look forward to talking to you.